5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Minnesota Vikings and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Tampa. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. A quick throw into the hands of Rager. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
Now left side on the swing pass. And some space here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
On first down, Sullivan. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Fournette, a first down carry. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Off the play fake, Sullivan. And he's got his target, Harris. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Fournette. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. 2nd and 12. Off play action. Sullivan. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, Parker, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
Following the interception, Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after one. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. On 2nd down, Cook. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Fournette on the counter. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Running from the gun, Johnson. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Looking to throw on second down. Sullivan. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 33. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know what they've always said? I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
On second and 10, Cousins. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. So first and 10 now from the 30. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Buccaneers have moved out in front. Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. From the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Sullivan. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. From 13 yards out. And the Bucs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Succo. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They run it again with Cook. And this will be a Vikings first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Cousins on first down.
That'll be caught. It's Rager.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly are ready up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Cousins. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joe Tryon drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down. And here's Ryan right now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Throwing on first down, Sullivan. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Sullivan fires the out route and completes it to Harris. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be fourth down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. A first down throw for Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, here's Cousins, rolling to his left. And that one going to come up short, low throw.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Cousins to throw it. And Cook has it, left side. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll run with Cook. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing his Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jalen Reagor, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Sullivan. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he hits Drake. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Johnson. And a short gain down to about the 33. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Sullivan. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Off the play fake. Sullivan. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Harris. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Off play action. Sullivan flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So some pressure now on the kicker, Ryan Succop. This to swell the lead to 6. Succop's kick is good. High fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is Cook with the grab. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Johnson. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Off the play fake. Sullivan. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Here's Cousins. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr., and the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Inside handoff now to Fournette. He's got it to the 43 here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. 6 yards left on second down. A shotgun give to Fournette. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 62 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fournette running right. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, second down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Every yard they gain getting them better and better field position, and obviously a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great, but that's not what you're really playing for.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Sullivan. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by a Caleb Evans. And the Vikings are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and it finally kept it.
And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the fourth quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Here we go with Johnson.
And they will get the conversion on fourth down to stay alive, but time not an ally.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. On now is Ryan Succop for the field goal try. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And he's not able to come through. This is no good. And that is how this game comes to a close.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.